Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Michael got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook if you're not, okay? And if you're not, do me a favor, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button on Sports Zone Chicago, and now you're liking Sports Zone Chicago. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. So not only will you be following Shawn and Maya in the morning, but you'll be following Sports Zone Chicago. You'll be following both of them as well. Now, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel for real, all right, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. I need you guys' help. I want your help. Man, I'm telling you, we have so much cool stuff coming out, cool things happening for Sports Zone Chicago. I need you to help me. All right, so go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the bell right next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I'm sorry, for listeners watch this on our mobile app. I like that kind of party, baby. If you don't know we have a mobile app, you better ask somebody. Listen, we have a mobile app. So wherever you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, Goldblatt's, forgot about that one. Wherever you get them from, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And listen, if you don't know, man, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do me a favor. Do us a solid. All right, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your Roku television. Put it right there next to Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, Prime, Max, Disney Plus, Stars. Oh, yeah, BMF just started this past weekend. That was dope. All right, Paramount Plus. Do us a favor. Download it, put smack dab in the middle of all of them. Okay, and you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right, Mickey, Ficky? Now you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up on the screen. We'll put it up I'll put it up on the screen. It'll come up in a thread. Let me get this right. It'll come up in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And guess what? That's what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you, my peoples. It's you. All right? So bring it all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Bring it. Give us all of them, baby. All of them. Let's check it out. The chat line is jumping. Man, holy shnikes. It is jumping. Let's see what's up. My man Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? In the house. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Herndon in the house. Be smooth in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. My man Armando Emeterio. Lara Jr. My man Junior's in the house. What's up, baby? Baby. King Booker World in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Mashawn, happy house music Monday, baby. And no Mickey Ficky burpees. Get that out of your mouth. Get that out your mouth, Mashawn. We talk about no burpees, damn it. J2K, the walls of Jericho in the house. Good morning, Papa. Yes. AC Adam. There you go, baby. Man, we are. Oh, my goodness gracious. My sweetheart. Oh, Monica, how are you, mommy? Thank you for tuning in. Missed you. I'm glad you're able to check me out a little bit today. Thank you. It has been a while. We missed you. Money. My man, Black Diamond in the house. What's up? That's what I'm talking about. Where goes one? Thank you, Papa. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, snap. James Ford. There it is. James Ford in the house. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's do it. Woo, Charlie. Man, we are rolling. Keep rolling. Man, Black Rain in the house. Black Rain 7920. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot. But I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. Listen, at 10 o'clock, we have a phenomenal show. 10 o'clock, my man Lester Wiltfong Jr. is going to join us. We're going to talk Bears with him. All right? We're going to talk Bears. The combine is over. His thoughts. We won't specifically talk players. Okay? But what does he think? There's a lot. Okay? A lot that's going on. And yeah, people just gotta relax. Take it easy. You know, you get a lot of people here who you just can't. They can't wait. It's this microwavable society. You gotta have it right now. Gotta have info right now. And it's not how the world works. It's not how it works. So I was thinking about, Junior, that's funny. I was thinking about, as I was saying it, I was like, I don't say Weebolts either. That's funny. You are definitely aging yourself. I am definitely aging myself. And you spelled it right too. That's awesome. Oh man, that is classic, Junior. That is awesome. I love it. Cup Foods. Man, I miss some Cup Foods. Yeah, they're gone. But anyway, 10 o'clock. Lester Wiltfong Jr. Man, but don't think that's all we're talking about. We got other stuff to talk about. We have baseball to talk about. Spring training is in full swing. Cactus League, Grapefruit League. Our teams are out in Arizona. Let me tell you, it's official. It's confirmed. I got my itinerary. So next Thursday, I will be out to Arizona, the 14th through the 18th. I probably won't do the show on Monday the 18th because I don't get back. I fly out at 6, which is 6 Arizona time, which is 8 here. So I can't do it from the show unless maybe I should call the airline to see if I can do my show from the air. That'd be dope. But I'm gonna do the show Friday from Arizona before I head out. Yeah, so that'll be pretty dope. But I'll be out there checking out the Cubs and Sox during next week. It's been 6 years. Wow, 6 years since the last time I was out in Arizona. Good to see my guy. It'll be good to see my guy, Bob. Big shout out to Bob Graber. Man, Bob and I have been kicking this since high school, and 40 years, going on 40 years, dude, going on 40 years friendship. So I'm gonna stay at his house. It's his birthday weekend because his birthday is the 19th, the day after he leaves. So we'll definitely gonna kick it. My guy PLR, you've seen him on here at times, and he invites me on his show all the time. Chicago guy who moved out to Arizona and lives there now. He's like, clean out your lungs. He says, we're going smoking, because he's a big cigar guy. So he sends me recommendations from different types of cigars. Like if I showed you text messages and scrolled, it's just pictures. Check this cigar out, this cigar out, this cigar out. So I know at least 2 of those nights I'll be in a cigar shop. That's for sure. I know that for a fact. And then so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. The nice weather, the baseball, getting away, recharge my batteries. That's what I'm talking about. Miguel Saavedra, good morning, Baba. Thank you for tuning in. I haven't seen you here before. Well, welcome to Sports Zone Chicago. This is my show, Shawn and Maya in the morning. Hope you enjoyed. We're all cool. We sometimes disagree, but you know what? We don't get disrespectful. That's the one thing we don't do. We don't get disrespectful here. We can argue a different point. We don't have to agree on a point. You're on your side of the fence. I'm on mine. One thing we don't stand here is disrespect. So I want you to feel welcome. I want you to enjoy it. We're pretty damn funny, truth be told. And we're really damn informative. So I'll tell you that. But thank you again, Papa. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. So let's see. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Be smooth. These guys are nutso. They are nutso. Well, listen, guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See, what's the first top of the morning topic? Because I don't even know. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. First top of the morning topic. My White Sox yesterday in Cactus League action. Yeah, they fell to the California Angels or Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim or whatever they want to be called nowadays. I don't even know what they want to be called. You know what's really funny? Is I have no. It's funny. They've been called so many things, but I'm kidding. They're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 3-1 yesterday. That was kind of rough. But that's okay. It's spring training. Believe you me, I'm not getting too crazy about it. Okay? I'm not at all. But the next top of the morning topic, the White Sox. My White Sox host the Arizona Diamondbacks today out in Arizona. Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona. First pitch today is 2:05 Central. You can only catch the game on AM 1000. That's their flagship station. They're not on TV today. I don't know why. That's crazy. I was checking it out, and yeah, only on the radio. Ni modo, eh? Ni modo. Let's see what else. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Did I put best? Oh, you're typing. I got fat fingers. There you go. The Cubs beat. See, when you got fat fingers and you're typing stuff up, you got to make sure that you get the right letters, because you'll get one letter over. The Cubs. Yesterday, the Cubs beat the Guardians out in Arizona, 5-3, another spring training game. I know Cub fans. Some Cub fans are smart. No, let's not get most. Some Cub fans are smart, and they get it. All right, they don't put too much stock in a preseason game unless it's Cubs Sox. Then we'll talk shit regardless, and we don't really care. We know exactly that it means nothing, but we'll take time to rub it in the faces of scrub fans if we're Sox fans, and scrub fans will take the time to rub it in the faces of Sox fans if they win in a Cactus League game. Trust me, we do. It's just the way it is here in the side. It's okay. That's fine. But we know, we understand. It's just getting guys developed. It's getting guys back in the fold. Working on new stuff, working on a swing, working on a new pitch if you're a pitcher. A lot of things you're working now. You've worked on in February when you got there, and now you're putting it into action, into practice in games, whether it's a new swing, a new release point, a new something. There's a lot of things to work on, which is why they have games damn near every day. Okay? Because you don't need to play 30 games to get ready for a season. You can go 2 weeks. But in my opinion. But keeping it moving, the Cubs today. The Cubs play the San Diego Padres. Los Padres. All right, today down in Arizona. First pitch is 2:10. And you can only catch that game. That game's not even going to be on marquee. Now, that's surprising. That's very, very surprising. They have their own network. So I was checking it today, the newspaper, and no, they're not playing. I was like, what? How can you not be? How can you have your own channel, your own station? How are you not playing? Let me double check that because to me that doesn't make sense. I checked in the newspaper this morning. I still get my newspaper, right? I told you that. I get my newspaper. I need a physical newspaper. I don't like looking up stuff online. No. I need to look. I need to hold. I need something tactile to hold when I'm looking at my sport, not clicking and looking. No. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, it's weird that the Cubs aren't going to be on television today when they have their own network. I don't know. But anyway, Cub fans, you can catch them 2:10 today. First pitch, our time, of course, Central Time. And you can listen to them on 670 a.m. We got more people in the Mickey Ficky house. Let's see who's jumping in now. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Smash that like button for me, whatever platform you're watching us on. Hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Oh, Suki now. Lavette Lee is in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Mommy. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. That's what I'm talking about. Brian, you are a fool. I can't type in my voice to type. Don't understand my hillbilly voice. I'm not even going to go there, bro. I'm not even going to go there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Brian, you are a fool, man. You are a fool. I don't even know what to say. I just have to ignore what the heck. Your hillbilly voice. Oh. Anyway, folks, I'm looking forward to it. My time in Arizona. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking. I haven't seen my buddy Bob in 6 years. The last time I was out there, I went to see him. Now we're just older and yeah, still knuckleheads. The last time we went out there, it was crazy. We had me and Maya went out there last year in 2018. We went out there, and it was real funny story before we go to break. So he has this guy, two neighbors who live a couple doors down. They live at the corner, or right across the street, same side of the street, but across the street, the dividing street on the corner. This guy's from New York. His wife is from, I think the same. They're from out east. And my guy Bob is a white dude, right? So he didn't listen to a lot of hip hop. He likes hip hop. He likes rap, right? And so we got there, and he's got a pool, in-ground pool, beautiful house. So we're one night we're just chilling, hanging. We got some drinky drinks. We're hanging out. He's like, let me call my neighbors. So he calls the neighbors over, and this dude is like straight up Poindexter, like I don't remember where he went, but he looks like he's like straight out of the Ivy Leagues, super conservative, and it's cool. That's fine if that's how you were born and raised. That's cool. I'm not, making fun of the way you were raised. This dude starts busting out, like going rhyme for rhyme with all the songs we were playing. We're like, what the fudge crackers is this? He was like, oh man, he goes, I love hip hop and R&B. I was like, get out of here. Like I would have lost the house. I would have lost the farm if I would have bet if this dude knew liked hip hop and R&B. Dude, it was crazy. And his wife was dancing. She loves it. She goes, oh my God, we love it. The kids think we're crazy. I'm like, holy cow. We woke up and there were shrimp tails all over the backyard. Shrimp tails because we ordered shrimp. We bought shrimp. We cooked it. There were cigar butts. There were empty bottles all over the backyard. It was hilarious. So I'm looking forward to it again. And when I talked to my buddy Bob, he's like, are we gonna have some more shrimp tails and cigar butts this time? I'm like, I'm not a betting man, but I would say probably yes. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, get out there, check out the Cubs, the Sox, but also to recharge my batteries and come back with a fresh perspective because, man, we got some cool stuff for Sports Zone Chicago that we're going to unveil soon. And, man, we're working on it. I'm fired up. I can't even tell you how fired up I am. I can't even put it into words because it's going to be pretty dope. But listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and then on the other side of the break, all right, we're going to finish up with more top of the morning topics. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Factor this last month for Ohio State.
Clark, quick release.
3 points are raining down here for Iowa early on. Caitlin Clark going to her left. This handoff, you know what she's going to do. It doesn't matter how deep she is. Taylor a little slow to step up. Clark drains.
Clark, quick release jumper.
Left side going to her left. A nice screen by Molly Davis to free her up, and Green trying to get out there too late on the contest. That's Bottoms.
For the record, she ties it with that one. This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history.
Wow, welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of Fox. Caitlin Clark. You know, how dope is that? You know, how dope is that? And, you know, what the watching of history is pretty dope. You know, because sometimes you don't know what's happening. Sometimes you do know what's happening. Okay. And with Caitlin, we knew it was happening. We knew it was the countdown was on all year. And she got it. You know, she got it. And you know what? It was interesting. I'm watching that. And you sit there and you're like, some people would have liked it from a 3 from the logo. Okay. I think I would have too, except for this. Previously, I would have accepted. But when she won it from the line, okay, I think it was symbolic. I think it was symbolic because of the fact that she was by herself. Now she is by herself. In the record books, by herself. Okay? No one around. All right, how many times have you as a kid, we as kids, been out there practicing by ourselves, and you talk about, I need to hit these 2 for the game winner. We're down 1 or 3, or we're down 2 and I got 3 shots to make. You do it all the time. We did it all the time. I know I did. And if you played basketball, you damn sure did too. I'm down a point. I got to hit both of these free throws to win. We win the championship, whatever championship. Just the championship. And if we lose, if I miss both of them, we lose. I guess I can send the overtime, but we don't want to do that. It was win or lose. And I think that her being alone at the free throw line by herself was extremely symbolic. Is this record ever going to get broken? Possibly. But it'll take a special person. She passed Pistol Pete Maravich. Okay. First place in the NCAA all-time leading scorers list. Clark has scored the most points in major college basketball history. Period. You know, I am looking forward to her playing in the WNBA because the WNBA needs someone like her. Her and Angel Reese. They need them. This is a league, and this could be And let's not get it twisted. This could be in races equaling what it did back in 1979. This could be the Magic and Larry situation. She's already declared for the WNBA draft. Angel Reese is most likely going to leave as well. And they can have a competition, a fierce but friendly competition in the WNBA, which will help that particular league sustain itself. And there are people who are, there's always going to be haters, okay? There are people who are hating on her because for whatever reason, for whatever their issues are. You know, it's people for whatever reason love to tear other people down. People love to negate what people do. People love to say, well, it was different because of, and there's always a but. How about you just shut up and just watch greatness? She wasn't hurting anybody. She wasn't putting anybody down. She's playing basketball. But we, as a crusty old get off my lawn adults, we got to find some way to diminish her accomplishments. Why? Just because you could be a fan of Pistol Pete? Okay. But you know the old saying, records are made to be broken. And some records we don't think are going to be broken until they're broken. Like, holy cow. She's good for the game of basketball. She's good for women's basketball. She's going to be good for the WNBA. And they said something this morning on Mully and Haw, and I want to give them credit. I don't want to take the credit for this. Man, it's great tea. I definitely want to give the credit to Mully and Haw, and I don't remember who it was who said it. But they must protect her now. They protected stars. When she goes to the WNBA, they need to protect her. She is going to be one of the stars of the WNBA. She's going to be the face of the league. Her and Candace, they talked about her, but I think her and Angel Reese need to be the face of the league. Those faces of the league. And you're going to have people coming at them from all angles, from players to fans to everything. And that's okay. Because unfortunately, that's what people do. But the WNBA needs to protect them and make sure that these two are the face of the league. You're going to get calls like Mike and Magic and Larry did back in the day. It is. But you want those girls to succeed. You need those girls to succeed. You need it. So I'm extremely happy. I'm happy for her because, man, accomplishing anything, breaking anybody's record, regardless of what it is, takes time. It's not a record like this. It's not something you do in one season. This is something that has to be done when you come in as a freshman. And not that you're set on breaking that, but when you get off to you have a great freshman year, people are like, man, if you keep it up, you got a shot. And another sophomore year, you come in, you do well. You're like, oh, jeez, you keep it up, you got a shot. You know? I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy for her, for women's sports. And the one thing that she's doing that, and I think she has a great understanding, she's influencing a lot of people, a lot of young girls. She's influencing a lot of young girls. What a role model. You know, in an age where we really need to take care of our women, okay, we need to get them mentally strong, self-confident. You have this girl who's setting records, breaking records. I think it's phenomenal for college sports. It's phenomenal for this society. And lets young girls know that women can do phenomenal things when you give them the chance. If you don't hold them back, if you don't stifle them, you don't smother their growth. Women can do amazing things. Deacon Funa, what's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. David Arroyo, thank you. I love seeing someone accomplish their goals, working hard, sacrificing, getting it. Yeah. You know, and again, why slander her? Why talk shit? Why, you know? And Arroyo, you're up twice, Papa. I think Pistol Pete would have been proud. You know, he would have been proud because he knows how difficult it was for him to achieve that. Now, he didn't have the 3-point line, and a lot of people are making that argument. Well, she's got the 3-point line. Well, guess what? Life evolves. The world evolves. Basketball evolves. It just does. And you can't compare eras. It's a different time. So, congratulations to Caitlin Clark for setting the record for the most points in NCAA history, regardless of gender. That is dope. That is freaking dope. I love it. I love it. I just think it's great. And I just think it's great. And you know what? In the comments, and I'm going to shout her out, and she's probably going to get really embarrassed, but that's okay. My niece, Monica Lair, you see her in the comments in here. She's another badass. She was when she was in high school, the boys, they didn't have a women's wrestling team, but she wanted to wrestle. So damn it, she freaking wrestled. Hard-headed like her mom. Will not take no for an answer, just like her mom. When she want to get shit done, they get shit done. Well, her desire to wrestle only took her all over the country. I talked to Junior. Oh yeah, Monica and Patty are in New York. Monica and Patty are in Florida. Monica and Patty are in Pennsylvania. They're in Texas. They're in California. They're in Colorado. They're in Kentucky. They're in this. I'm like, wrestling? He's like, yep. Wow. So, you know, we applaud because I come from a family of strong women. Okay. And anytime I see a woman doing something well and blazing her own trail, it just reminds me of my family. And I love it. And I respect it. And I'll shout it out. So, yeah, Monica, if you see her, just give her, she's a badass, dude. So, good stuff. Moving on. The next top of the morning topic. The NFL Scouting Combine has wrapped up. And Bear GM RyanPoles is still the man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour. He's the man. Everybody wants to holler. Hey, let me holler at you. Yeah? Let me holler at you. And the rumors are swirling. Woo-hoo. They're swirling like crazy. They're trading Justin Fields. They're trading the pick. They're trading Justin Fields. They're trading the pick. They're trading Justin Fields. They're trading the pick. They're trading Justin Fields and they're trading the pick. And what I love is no one knows shit. No one knows. RyanPoles, I've said it before. I'll say it again. RyanPoles is putting on a master's class on how to be a GM. how to be a GM. Nothing's going out, and especially if we find out that he orchestrated, Justin Fields going on the podcast and saying he's going to Europe to keep it quiet, so no one can really hound him. Tell you, he's doing a number on it, and I like it. I'll tell you what, where I stand. I truly think he's keeping he's keeping Justin. He's going to trade the pick for a haul, continue to build. But man, excuse me. I really think that here's the thing, and I probably should be bigger than this, but I'm going to be petty to the Caleb cult, because I think the Caleb cult they were the cause of this civil war in Bears Nation. Their arrogance, their condescending attitudes, their disrespect toward people. Not just to us who like Justin, but to Justin himself. Like, it's crazy. And I think that was the biggest part of it. And don't get me wrong, my pro Justin people, we got some jag bags too. Don't get me wrong. All right, it's not all the Caleb cult. My Justin people, we've got some jag bags as well. But I think it was initiated. I feel, me personally, I didn't do an official study, but I feel it was caused a lot by the condescension, the arrogance, the disrespect by the Caleb cult. But also, I told you, whatever happens, I'm still going to be a Bears fan. Still going to be a Justin fan, but I'm also going to be, first and foremost, I'm going to be a Bears fan. And I'm anxious to see how this plays out. So when Russell, if this happens, I'll take it. Woo, Charlie, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it, damn it. Russell, man, from your lips to God's ears. We'll get to number 2, and then we can trade out of that if we want. We'll trade out of that to 6, 7, 8, or 9. The Giants want a quarterback at 6. Get rid of Daniel Jones. Give us 3 first-rounders next year. And Jonathan Allen, our defensive line is set, baby. But I digress. We'll talk more. We'll talk more at the top of the hour. More football at the top of the hour with Mr. Wiltfong Jr. There's, at the end of the show, I always say, hey, tell people you love them. Send a text to a person you haven't seen or talked to in a long time. Just a quick note. Hey, thinking about you. Want to see how you and the family are doing. Hope things are going well. Let's set a time to get together. Okay. Cool. You know why I do that? Because it's important. And as we get older, we understand. All right. I know young people don't get it because they think they have the rest of their lives ahead of them. But unfortunately for us, unfortunately, we're fortunate to have experienced this. But we've seen the other side of it. When you get to the other side, when you've been here longer than you're going to be here, I don't think I'll be here another 52 years. Probably not. ESPN personality Chris Mortensen passed away. You know, he was a guy that you love listening to. And he was like the original crew. They had a really, really good crew. And they had specialized guys. He dealt with on the NFL Today, NFL Live. He dealt with the NFL in while working with ESPN. And he developed throat cancer, I believe, and he had to retire, obviously. Throat cancer, you can't talk. But here's why I say that. As a kid, this is one of the people that I grew up watching. This is one of the voices that I heard year in and year out talking about this, and he never had it didn't seem like he had an agenda. He gave it to you and he's just a friendly way. And as you start seeing things like this, you start to realize that a lot more of our heroes, a lot more of our familiar faces are leaving us. They're leaving us. It's just time and tide wait for no man. Father Time is undefeated. None of us get out of this game alive. None of us. But the more we see this, and the more we see, like, man, I remember him. I remember him in the commercials. I remember him doing this. I remember this. And like, man. So this is why I tell you every day after every show, make sure you send someone that you know that you haven't talked to in a while. Send them a text. Hey, how you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah. So rest in peace, Chris Mortensen. You're a big part of me growing up. I was like, I was in college, but still, 21, 22, you're still a kid. And I remember him from that, because we had ESPN. We had, when I was a junior in college, we had our own apartment. We had a cable. We had ESPN. I was on the basic. So seeing him, yeah. That is that was a tough one. So that's a tough one. But let me tell you something. Did I do that one? No. The last top of the morning topic before we welcome Lester Wiltfong Jr. Pretty cool one. I believe that I didn't. Today is the 187th birthday to the most beautiful city in the world, Chicago. And I've been to a lot of different cities, and I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm biased. Okay, incorporated March 4th, 1837. You see the top, you see Soldier Field, you see the harbor, you see the Sears Tower, and it's still Sears Tower, damn it. So a city named after some stinky onions. Happy 187th birthday. I love my city. You know the song I put on for my city, on for my city. Chicago has been so good to me. The skyline, the architecture, the people. And we have our flaws. Just like any person, any institution, we all have our flaws. But man, I am very fortunate to have grown up here, city kid through and through, South Side baby, Southside, Pilsen first, and Marquette Park, and I look forward to seeing the city become great, like it was when I was younger. All right, there's just so much going on, and I mean, so many negative things, but I don't want to take away from the positive things that this city has to offer, because everyone always loved the sensationalism of the bad things, of the negative things, and about people. We talked about Caitlin Clark earlier, about situations, Bears. Caleb called the way they insult, disrespect Justin Fields. All right, let's not forget the good that they have. Look at the things that they have. Navy Pier, how awesome is that? Yeah, expensive as a mother hubbard, but how awesome is Navy Pier? How awesome are the movies in the park that they do for the kids, free, in your neighborhood? So you can take your families to the park and watch a movie in the summer out on a big screen. Okay, the rooftops, the restaurants, the theater district, the sightseeing, the museums, the architecture, the neighborhoods, the food. Hell, the food alone. I'll tell you what, let me tell you something. The one thing, the biggest thing that most people miss when they move out of Chicago is the food. If you're in the chat, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If you're in the chat, tell me I'm lying. When you go out there and you want a beef, you want a beef from Al's or beef from Johnny's. You want a double dog. You want deep dish pizza. You want some tacos. You want something. And you don't have it in other cities. And if they do, it's nowhere near as good as it is here. No, we got kicked off campus my junior year. I have to tell you that story, but we got caught. We had just gone 11-0, finished up number 3 in the country in 1AA polls, and we couldn't go to the playoffs due to our stupid ass league rules. Otherwise, we'd have been kicking ass in the NCAA playoffs. But I digress. So we moved off campus. We had a second semester. We had to move off campus. So we got cable. But I'll tell you, that is it. When people leave Chicago, that is one of the biggest things that they miss is the food. I'm not saying it's good for you over long periods, over years and years and years of time, but damn it, they miss it. They miss it. Listen, let's take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to welcome my mans and them, Lester Wiltfong Jr. from Windy City Gridiron. We're going to talk now the combine's over. Can everyone exhale? Probably not. Probably not. We're going to try. So don't go anywhere, folks. Lester Wiltfong Jr. from Windy City Gridiron coming up next, right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17, back he goes, here comes Chubb, there goes the ball, touchdown, Jones about at the left tackle, time for Fields, now he'll accelerate to get the first down, great tackles, and he's off to the races, and we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. Always Marine. Marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
Do you still want to stay in the top 10 like you did last year if you would trade down? Does that make it more enticing to you?
We got to look at that as well. I talked about it last year. It really depends on, how many of those top guys we have on our board. That'll dictate how comfortable we feel moving back. Because there's that certain tier, your blue chip guys that you want to make sure you get in a certain range. And sometimes there's a drop off. You don't want to find yourself on the other side of that drop off. So we'll take, the volume of those top players into the equation.
Damn it. Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning at Sports Zone Chicago. I think I gave the courtesy to somebody else. I think that was NBC Sports. Oops. Damn. The Fed come and get me. Damn it. The FCC is going to get me. Anyway, my first guest is a good friend of the program, and he's been rocking with us for years. I look forward to talking some Bears with my man. He is the head honcho over there. Like nobody bigger when it comes to Windy City Gridiron. That's what I'm talking about. He's like, he just gives a little nod and articles get written. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You can find him on Twitter at Wiltfong, WILTFONG JR. Wiltfong Jr. Guys, just welcome back to Shawn and Maya. Lester Wiltfong Jr. Lester, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
Doing good, Shawn. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. It was a rough one this morning. It was a rough one, but I slept bad. I fell asleep on top of the covers with the light on, the window open. Woke up at 3:00. It's an hour before I had to get up for CrossFit, so it interrupted my sleep. CrossFit was hard today. I was like, all right, it's just one day. I'll be all right. Then I'm starting a 4-day water fast today, so I can only drink water for the next 4 days. So, but you know what? It's better than the alternative. It's better than pushing up daisies.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still kicking. Bears are all over the national and local media, so it's an exciting time for sure to be a Chicago Bears fan.
It really is. The combine just got over. You just saw RyanPoles talking to the guys, that Mike Florio and those guys over at NBC Sports. Did you come away with any bit and pieces of information that helps you lean one way or the other from RyanPoles?
I mean, I'm still trying to. The Monday after the combine, all the big dogs, they unload the notebooks. I know Breerhead is on Sports Illustrated today. I haven't caught Schefter's yet, but the news started popping. There was some stuff last night from Fowler on ESPN. So we'll start hearing all the stuff trickling out. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting hearing Poles talk. We heard him talk not only at his presser, but he did media rounds. Same with Flus. So as far as the way they're leaning, I still think they're going to do what I've always thought. I think they're gonna move on from the quarterback. They're gonna take their top guy on their board with one and roll from there. It's just it's a crazy time in Chicago. I mean, you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, you're all over social media, YouTube. The divide is real. The anger.
It's worse than Cub socks, bro. It's worse than Cub socks. And that's bad.
It's wild because it's like whatever happens. It's like as fans, I mean, we can think what's going to happen, but it's like some fans are dug in and like, they're like, if you don't believe this, you're not a real fan. It's like, what? Just enjoy the ride, man. It's going to happen here soon. We'll know. And then at that point, if you got to get your 13 jersey, then go get your 13 jersey. It's okay.
No, I'll get a 2 jersey before I get a 13. I'll get every single other person on the damn team before I get a 13 jersey. I'll still support. Oh, you know what? I actually have a customized jersey that I'll wear. It's 33 Sierra. I'll wear that jersey.
There you go.
But it has been crazy, man. And me and you are on opposite sides of the fence in this. I think they're going to trade it. trade the pick and build. But let's just go real quick scenario. So if they do trade Justin, how do you see this? How do you see the Bears going in the draft? So you take Caleb 1. What do you do? What do you do with the 9th pick? Because now you're only limited to what, 5 picks, 6 picks, and you're already taking 1, so you're down 1 pick. What do you do with that 9th pick? Do you trade back for more? Do you take the best receiver available at that particular point? What would you do if at that spot when you come to 9, if you take Caleb with the number 1 pick?
I've always been on the board where you take the best receiver available. I was assuming Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, those 2 guys, man, you watch their college film, they're fun, exciting players to watch. Neighbors obviously had a little bit of drama at the combine. He kind of bounced out, didn't do some of the stuff there. There is a little more stuff teams have to dig into him on just to kind of make sure he's cool. With Rome, though, man, he blew up the combine. The way people are talking, he may not make it to 9 at Bears. So look, if the receiver's not there for the Bears to take, I think you got to trade back. I think you got to trade back from 9, because besides those 2, and of course Marvin Harrison Jr., this is a pretty damn good receiver class. So the Bears can move back from 9, still get a guy that could probably step in and be a day 1 starter at the X for you. So I think that's probably the best way to go. Plus, if they do trade Fields, they're going to have hopefully another day 2 pick in there somewhere they kind of play with. But yeah, like you said, they need some more draft capital, and a trade back from 9 makes a lot of sense.
There should be one of those. We're sticking with that scenario. There should be one of those guys, because if there's a run on quarterback, I think 3 quarterbacks go in the top 5. It might be 3 in the top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, depending on how that plays out. So that's 3. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be up there. That's 4. Joe Alt, Olaf Ashanu, maybe one of those 2. That's 5.
It's starting to seem like Fashanu maybe dropping a little bit.
I'm getting that feeling too,
the
dude.
Other tackle, I haven't done a lot of tackle work because I think the Bears are pretty set on Braxton Jones, but I'm hearing stuff with Olu maybe slipping a little bit. I think for the Bears,
too. I don't know why.
I think what you want for the Bears is, real quick on him, this tells you, man, he should have come out last year. He was a top 10 pick. When you're in college, unless you really truly love the college lifestyle, I mean, let's be honest, most of these guys are playing college ball to be professional football players one day.
Yeah.
When you have a chance, take it. Go to the draft. But anyway, I think for the Bears, what you hope to see happen is a defender sneaks into the top 8.
Dallas Turner, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You kind of hope that happens.
You kind of hope everybody down.
You kind of hope some maybe a quarterback slips. Like if JJ McCarthy if he doesn't go early, or the kid from LSU, if one of those guys are sitting there, if one of those guys are sitting there at 9, someone's going to want to come up and get that spot. So I think it's going to be fun, man. There's always a lot of mixing and trades that happen in the draft, and this year will be no different. It's going to be a really crazy time to watch how that first round plays out.
I'm wondering how it does play out, because for me, my question is this: what if because RyanPoles could pull the okie doke on all of us. He could trade both. He could trade Fields and the pick. You go get the Hall, and maybe he likes Jaden Daniels. All right, maybe he likes JJ McCarthy. Maybe maybe he thinks, okay, the disparity, the drop off between Caleb and somebody else isn't that great, and it can be minimized and can be mitigated by building up a roster. So that could be a phenomenal thing too. I think and RyanPoles might be just the guy to do it too, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Minus the quarterback, or let me think. What one position, or one position? If you have a name, give me the name. What's one position that the Bears have to come out of here with is a game changer? Not the quarterback position, but beside that, what's one position they need to have a game changer in their roster after the draft? Got to come out.
Yeah, I think going back to what I said earlier, it's got to be receiver, because right now you have DJ Moore on your roster, and then who else? That's pretty much all you got. Darnell Mooney's a free agent; he's probably going to walk. Equinemius St. Brown's a free agent; he's out of there.
You got Velus Jones, damn it.
You got Velus, and you got Tyler Scott, who, I like Scott. I think he has some upside there, but I like his upside as your number 4. So I think you have to come out of this with a receiver to pair with DJ Moore. I think you're going to also address receiver in free agency. I mean, teams pass. It's a passing league. That's just kind of what has happened here. It's a quarterback driven league. You have to have a good 2 receivers. A lot of teams run 3 receiver sets. That's why nickel. I mean, teams play nickel 65% of the time these days because teams are always in their 3 receiver sets. They're always passing. They're always doing something out of those looks. So I think the Bears kind of need a guy, and right now there is no one on the roster except DJ Moore that can catch the ball.
Ain't that the truth? So who are some of the receivers you would like them to get? Because if you draft Caleb, you're not getting Marvin Harrison Jr. because your first pick isn't until 9. And Marvin Harrison Jr. most likely going to be gone. Roma Dunse most likely going to be gone. Who's that second tier? I don't want to see second tier. Who's the second wave of wide receivers? Give me a couple names that you would want to see on this team.
Yeah, I mean, if Neighbors is there, of course, like I said, they got to do some work on him to kind of make sure. He had an issue with the police a while back. I think some of those charges got dropped, but still, you got to make sure that's cool. Ricky Pearsall kind of stood out. Ladd McConkey kind of stood out. There's some guys that kind of in that mix where Thomas kind of stood out. It's a deep class. There could be 7 receivers go in the first round, maybe 8.
That's nuts, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's like I said, so many spread offenses in college football. Teams are throwing the ball all over the place. It's kind of made it where, like, back in the day, the running back position was devalued because so many teams ran the ball. As college has kind of changed and the way that they do things, now there are so many talented receivers. Everyone wants to play receiver. And when you're in high school, they're all coming out. They're all coming up. Teams have so many of these guys. This is why the receiver market at some point is going to kind of balance out and say, like, why should I keep paying these top guys? I can just let him walk and reload. I get a guy
similar to the running back position.
Yeah, similar to the running back position. So it's kind of strange how that's kind of working out. But yeah, but there are dudes. There's going to be plenty of guys there. I mean, Neighbors and Adunze are the 2 that Bears fans have been all over, but it may not be in the cards. But that's okay. If you go back a little bit, you're going to find some talent there because they're all over the board. The guy from Texas, Mitchell. That's another guy. So there's a lot of dudes here. I mean, the guy that ran the 4.21. I mean, come on, man. I mean, there's a talented receiver class. Xavier, talented receiver class. I think they'll be fine, but they got to come out with one.
Okay. What did you do? Sorry, I got Jamokes out here. See,
I thought that was the receiver running 4.21. I heard that noise. That's a classic drop right there. A classic radio drop with the speed. Shawn is on
it. You think moving to the suburb, living in the burbs, you're gonna have some, peace and quiet. In the last, I'd say, year, got a lot more Jamokes just ride. Like, it's only a 2-block street. It gets cut off, and then we got 159th over here. And you got so you're driving fast for a block to slow down for a block. Like, come on, bro. If you're gonna annoying. Get off my lawn. Sorry.
Right. You're getting old, man. That's what happens when you get up there.
I know. These damn kids. What about the defensive side of the ball, though? I know we've addressed it pretty much with the last 2 drafts. We've really addressed it. The last big piece was Montez Sweat. Do you think they do anything there? Because they do need a safety. Okay. Yeah. Or they're gonna promote from within, or they're gonna get a bridge guy. What do you think they do with the safety position, and what do you think they do with the entire defense, or add any pieces?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to get an edge. I mean, they signed Yannick Ngakoue last year to $10 million plus for his 1 year. Didn't work out the best. Of course, then he ended up the season on IR. You got to have a guy opposite Sweat. I kind of see they're going to attack that in free agency. But again, the edge class, man, they kind of showed out in the combine, showed how athletic and how fast they were. And we all know Coach Flus, man, he wants, guys off the edge with speed. He wants you to bring your track shoes. He wants athletes. So I can't see him going early because, like you said, the last few drafts, they've spent so much early capital on that position, on corner, on safety, defensive tackle. At some point, you got to flip it and start spending some assets on offense. So, but I would not be surprised if I see this regime, just because you have a defensive head coach, if they take the top guy on their board at 9, if it happens to be a defender.
You don't think they for sure, if they take the number 1 overall pick and use it on quarterback or Caleb Williams, you don't think for sure they're going to trade back at 9?
I mean, I think that makes the most sense. Again, it all depends. If Rome's there, he seems like the clear cut number 2 receiver. I mean, I've heard some buzz that he may even jump Marvin Harrison. You know, it all depends on who you talk to. It depends what you're looking for your offense. But I just think if he's there, he's the guy. If he's not there, you got some options. And then who knows? Maybe even RyanPoles, like you said, he wants assets. Rome may even be sitting there, and he may say, you know what, the gap I have on my board between Rome and my next tier receiver is not that great according to our grading system. Who knows what the Bears how grade it.
Right.
But if he judges it like that, and he says, I'm going to pull the trigger. I got to go back. I need more assets for this team. I want to make sure I got some more day 2 picks. He may do it.
Well, I think that if he goes the Caleb Williams route, I think he will, and that to me that just makes sense. And guys, we're joined by Lester Wiltfong Jr. from Windy City Gridiron, talking Bears football here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Talk to me about what you think. How do you think this offense is going to run? Now we're staying with your scenario of drafting Caleb Williams as number 1. How much do you think there's a drop off? There's a new. It's not even a new system. It's literally the same system, just a little different terminology. All right, it showed, they wanted to stay in that same system, in that same scheme for the most part in their search to make it easier for people, the majority of the players coming back. How do you see this system? Because we got a guy who's who can develop quarterbacks. We've seen it. He worked with Russell. Not saying he developed Russell Wilson, but he did develop Geno Smith.
Yeah,
he developed Geno Smith to the point where Geno got a nice little contract there.
Yeah.
So it showed this guy honestly has a grasp of this situation. He honestly, it's easy to say that he manipulates or he morphs it around the skill set of his talent. Since he's going to have Caleb in your scenario, how do you think this team does offensively? Because you're probably going to draft a wide receiver. Already got that DJ Moore guy who's pretty good. All right. So how do you see this offense producing? Because the defense seems to be ready.
Yeah.
See, they seem to be a playoff defense, not a championship defense yet, in my opinion, but a solid playoff defense. How do you see this offense coming out in 2024?
Yeah, but we've heard a lot of analysts talk about the situation the Bears are in. I mean, this is a pretty good team right now. It's not like you're drafting a first overall quarterback to a 0-16 Lions team. You're drafting a first overall quarterback to a 7-win team. Caleb Williams even talked about it at his press conference. Yeah. He said it's a good situation to come into because the defense is stacked. The O-line, as fans, Bears fans, we always hate on the O-line, but there are some pieces there. You make a couple tweaks on the O-line, you find a center, of course, add a little depth. The O-line is better, I think, than a lot of fans believe it is to be. But look, Caleb Williams, if it's him, he's coming from an air raid system. Obviously, it's not what the Bears are running. But in his off seasons, he's worked with a quarterback collective at times that run a Shanahan style. They run that Shanahan footwork stuff. He understands the basics of that. So he's going to come in like all rookies do, and there's be a learning curve. But I think, like you said, Shane Waldron knows how to bring these guys along, and I think that's something that he'll do. He's not going to put too much on his plate off the bat. He's going to kind of feed him what he can handle and keep building from there. And this is still a team that runs the ball pretty good, so they can lean on that a little bit until they get things up to speed. But I don't care who the quarterback is, whether it's Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Drake May. If they sign a veteran, this is a playoff team next year. It has to be, because the talent is much better than it was a couple years ago. So they need to they need to push for a playoff spot.
I think this is a playoff team as well. It should have been a playoff team this past season.
Yeah,
a couple of
they blew it.
Yeah, I mean, it all started with, it wasn't the reason, but Tunyon drops that Cleveland that possibly 40 to 50 yard catch, maybe a touchdown in Cleveland, which puts us up 7-0. That's a different thing. That's a different. The game changes when you take a lead. The other two blowouts or I should say blown leads. If we win one of those, I mean, we had 3 total. So I mean, we're at 10 wins if we hold on to those, and that probably gets us in the playoffs. So, I'm thinking they're definitely going to vie for the playoffs this year. This defense is phenomenal. What do you think they do with Jalen Johnson? Can they extend them? Do they get just a tag? And we still got a little bit of time. Well, actually, no, tomorrow. They got to figure out. So a little bit of time, very little. What do you think happens with him?
Yeah, Poles has talked like he's not going anywhere. I know they want to get a long-term deal done, but the cap going up made the franchise tag go up, which makes his floor go up. So I think what he's asking for is going to be pretty high, close to the top of the market. So he's not going to go anywhere. They may have to tag him just to kind of give them more time to work on it. But if worst case scenario, if they have to tag him 2 years in a row, so be it. That gets him. Keeps him in Chicago. He's a good football player, and he's shown that during his time in Chicago. The turnovers were never there early on, but he didn't get a lot of opportunities. He got more opportunities this last season. He made the most of them. He had 4 picks. He made the All-Pro team, made the Pro Bowl team. He's a guy at his age. I think he's 24 years old still. Come on, man. It's a no-brainer. Lock him up, get him signed. If they got to tag him to kind of work on something, that's what they'll do. That's what it seems like we're heading. Like you said, tomorrow's the deadline at 3:00 Central. So we'll hear something here soon, either today or tomorrow, as far as the tag goes or long-term extension.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they get it done. He showed out. Excuse me. He showed out, and that was he did it the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Contract year is the time. And how many times do you see people they'll have a contract year and they don't show out, or they have a contract they show out the wrong time. Remember Jake Arrieta with the Cubs. Remember he had a Cy Young in the 15, beginning of 16, and he was a free agent after all that the following season. It kind of hurt him. So timing is everything. So I wish him well. I like Jalen Johnson. I always want the players to make their money. Hey, the owners are making billion. The owners are making about clearing $300 million. So it's okay if you pay the players a little more. With Caleb, since we're sticking with that scenario, what's their ceiling this year? Where do you, if they hit this and go no further, you'd be okay with it? Where was that for you?
I mean, like I said, it's got to be playoffs. I mean, that has to be a
wild card, divisional, NFC championship title.
I mean, you still got the Packers, and the Packers, as much as Bears fans want to hate on them, that's a very well-run organization. They're always in the mix. The Lions, they showed who they were last year. That's a good football team. And the Vikings, once they figure out quarterback spot, and there's some talk about bringing Kirk Cousins back, if they got that set there, they have some talent on that roster too. So it's a tough division. But, yeah, I think they got to push for playoffs, a wild card spot for sure. And, I know, a rookie quarterback, he stinks. They never make the playoffs. Well, we've seen it happen. It all depends on the situation you're getting them dropped into, like we talked about. This ain't the run of the mill. This ain't the Cowboys drafting Troy Aikman. This is a quality football team with pieces around them, with a good defense. It's a different situation here. So that's what I said. I don't care who it is. If it's Caleb, Drake May, I don't care who it is. Justin Fields comes back. Whoever's the quarterback, the expectations from this franchise should be playoffs. Now, look, things happen in the season. It may fall apart. It may not happen. But I think that has to be the expectations going in.
How are you with this new offensive staff? The layering. Talk to me about the layering of this. So you got Shane Waldron, a guy who's worked with 2 good quarterbacks, developed the later one, a veteran. But you also have Gary Joseph, the QB coach. But you got Thomas Brown, who actually interviewed for this position. Talk about the layering and what RyanPoles is doing in case Shane Waldron, whether it be Justin, whether it be Caleb, whether it be Drake, they have a good year and all of a sudden he gets a head coaching gig.
Yeah, it's a good staff. I mean, to be fair, I liked the Getsy hire back when that was made. I thought that was a good deal coming in. Of course, he didn't have play calling experience, but look, coming from that system, coming from that scheme, we heard Coach Flus talk about how that's the hardest offense to prepare against. That's why he was adamant about. He wanted the guy that runs the Shanahan style, the outside zone, the bootleg stuff. That's what he wanted. Getsy didn't do that. Getsy kind of. I'm not sure if Getsy sold them that's who he was as a play caller. And of course, the first year was hard to tell because the team was atrocious. They stripped that down so bad in Justin Fields, and Justin Fields, pulled that team to 3 wins. That team was horrible. So we didn't really see the full Luke Getzey experience. And then this last year, that wasn't the Shanahan style. That wasn't what we see run by other teams around the league. You know what I mean? So I think that's telling. That's why they made the change there. They brought in a guy that has play calling experience in Shane Waldron. He is in that McVay Shanahan style scheme his whole career. That is exactly what we're going to see in Chicago. And the cool thing about Waldron is during his times in Seattle as a play caller, he kind of had different stuff happening, where last year he did a lot of 3 tight end stuff. Previously, he did a lot of 3 receiver stuff. You know, he will work with the talent he has in his roster, which is something that I don't think Luke Getzey was able to do.
Well, there's a novel idea. Work with the talent you got.
Right?
Breaking news on Sports Zone Chicago. Work with what you got. Dude, and I love it, you know, because I do want to see multiple formations. I do want to see 3 tight end sets. Hell, give me 13 personnel. Give me 13 personnel. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take it and have a floater, you know, keep, blasting game, keep him. I mean, there's so many different ways that I would just love to see this run, just various formations. And it just makes a lot of, trust me, from a former defensive coordinator, let me tell you, when you got to study all these different formations, these different packages, you're like, holy sheesh. They ran the same thing out of 7 packages. Jesus Christ, they ran an inside zone. It just takes up more time. And the more things that you have to prepare for, the greater the likelihood that you miss something somewhere, or you don't work on something specifically because you're like, yeah, they're not going to work on it because they run so much. And that could be the thing that they choose to exploit that particular week. So I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. I can't wait until tomorrow. We get the final verdict on Jalen Johnson. And then probably, I would say, the next week or so. I mean, and I think Poles could hold it till the end, till the Bears are on the clock. But I think he'll do something in the next week or so, personally, just so they can get their board together and everything. Because I don't think, and either way, like I said, I'm pro Justin, you're pro Caleb, but I just want to know.
I'm also pro Justin. I am a huge fan of Justin Fields. Like I said, I am. There's a part of me that's pissed that it didn't work out, because he should have worked out in Chicago. Chicago failed him as much as he had some problems on the field. It was a bad situation he was put into, from the Nagy, year to the shit he had to deal with as a second year. Just, the whole thing was a bad situation. The Getzey experience last year was just awful. Look, if the Bears didn't have the first overall pick, they're rolling with them.
Yeah,
that's what I think. But it's a weird situation. It doesn't happen very often. They had it last year, and they didn't think that they wanted to give it one more year with Fields. They got it again this year, and they got to make the move. But I'm a Justin Fields fan. I'm going to root for him wherever he ends up. And if he stays in Chicago, I'll root for him as a Bear too.
Yeah, and to me, Lester, that's why I think that they keep him. Is that he went 5-2 down the stretch when he came back from his injury. The offense the trajectory was definitely was upward. And the thing that really kept me, there's a lot of things, was that hold on.
Bless you, look at this.
Thank you.
Real life happening on the show.
Part of me was they kept it in the McVay Shanahan realm, that tree, to make it easy, and so there's a lot of reasons, things that I saw. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I saw that make me believe that he's coming back, and I hope so. I agree with you. He got a raw deal. There was no ifs about it. And if they really care about the kid, then you give him a shot. Say, hey, listen, now we got people. We got offensive weapons. With a guy who can develop you. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finally getting it over, so we can move on, so we can. Throw one last punch at the Caleb Colts, and they can throw one last punch at the Justin, what they call it, the Justin sexuals, they call us, among other things. All right. Man. And then we'll all right, we're good now. You start fighting, like, why are we fighting? I don't know. I have a beer? All right, cool. I think it's going to be like that.
Brothers fight, man. Bears fans are brotherhood. It happens at some point. People get over it. And at the end of the day, we're all going to cheer for the Navy and Orange.
That's true. Lester, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate your time, man. But before you go, do me a favor. Let everyone know where they can find you and your work online, your podcast channel, everything, baby.
WindyCityGridiron.com. That's the stuff we write. Podcast channel there as well. Our video stuff's at Second City Gridiron. Actually, tonight at 7 o'clock, we're having a live Bears Banter mock off season with Brad Spielberger from Pro Football Focus, Aaron Lemming, one of our other guys, also Bear Report, and EJ Snyder from Bootleg Football, and he's also our senior draft analyst. So we're going to mock off season everything: trades, free agency, the draft, the whole deal. That's going to be tonight at 7 o'clock on Second City Gridiron. And then, of course, once we're all done, we'll chop it up, put it on the podcast channel too, if you guys don't want to watch.
I had EJ on Friday, last Wednesday.
Yeah. Good dude, man. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, it was good because we've been trying. He was busy, and we were finally able to make it work. So it's good to have him back on the show. So live from Indy, baby, boots on the ground.
Nice.
Hey, excellent stuff, man. I appreciate your time, man. We will talk soon. You have a great day. All right, Papa?
Take it easy. We'll talk. Bye-bye.
All righty. Guys, that's Lester Wiltfong Jr. from Windy City Gridiron. Man, taking time out, talking Bears with your boy. Great stuff. There's a lot to, he's a Justin guy, but he just believes that they're going to move off from him. Okay. So 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 1 o'clock in the morning for you, Barlissimo. 1 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to stay up, or if you're up, let me just say that. If you're up, 1 o'clock in the morning. Or you can wait to watch it when you wake up. It's interesting. And you know what? For more Bears action, make sure you tune in today. All right. Nomad, the SuperBack and Nomad, we talk all Bears at 3 o'clock today. It'll be 3 o'clock Central. All right. We'll be on for about an hour-ish talking Bears. It's all Bear content. And we'll dive into that more exclusively at 3 o'clock. We're still coming up with a name for it. It's pretty, but I'll be here on my page. It'll be on Sports Zone Chicago's Roku channel. So make sure you tune in today at 3 o'clock. At 12:15, we have Second City Sports here on Sports Zone Chicago. Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown. And from 12:15 to 2:15. At 6 o'clock tonight, they're back, baby. What's up, cuz? Jason Palmer and the coach, Lance C. Irvin. They are back, baby. That's 6 to about 7:30-ish. So we got a lot here on Sports Zone Chicago. We have a lot for you to tune into today. And you heard Lester's they're doing a podcast as well at 7. So we have a lot going on today, man. Make sure you tune in. You stay plugged in to Sports Zone Chicago. We're trying to give you all your Chicago sports needs and trying to satisfy your insatiable thirst for Bears content, Chicago sports content. We're doing what we can, baby. We're doing what we can. Listen, so let's take a really quick break. And on the other side of the break, we're going to wrap this thing up with a bow. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here, Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Fields with time. Delivers down the field. And Cowboys still running. Made one way. Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
How do you balance, okay, quarterback, player, but I could trade down and, whoa, we could make the team that much better too.
Yeah.
How take us inside that a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to take you inside that. It's very complicated. It keeps me up late at night just thinking all the different scenarios. Again, I'll just lean on the fact that it's a really good opportunity to keep building what we're building, regardless if that's from a quarterback standpoint, or if that's trading back or just picking where we sit right now. I know that we can continue to get better, and I want to be a playoff team next year and keep moving this needle so we can reach that big game at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That's courtesy of NBC Sports and Pro Football Talk on NBC Sports. That was our guy, RyanPoles, the general manager of the Chicago Bears, at the scouting combine. I just don't see it. Again, it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. It doesn't make sense to me, the situation that they're in. And I understand it. I understand the argument completely. But to pull that off and to not maximize the amount, like each pick, you want to maximize, you want to get the best player around. Well, what if you turn that pick into 4 picks, 5 picks? You want to get the best players around out of those 4 picks or 5 picks. So it's interesting, like I said, it's a lot of it had to do with the Caleb Colton, their arrogance. And I think Junior said it earlier, who was it? They were part of the Bajent crew. Like as soon as something went wrong and that had a big thing to do with it. All right. When Fields was out and Caleb and Bajent went 2-2. Well, wow. Everyone was like, oh, he only, and then you start throwing people. They're like, well, how come he only got sacked this amount of time? He only did this. How come he did that? Oh, we can Bajent's QB1, and you're sitting there like, are you serious? You're at that point. It was something crazy. I felt there were a lot of racial undertones in that as well at that point. But now you can't be any racial undertone because the black quarterback for most likely a black quarterback. But it's ridiculous. It was And they had started then. And then when we got to the number one overall pick, they just wanted to leave him right away. And the thing that I I posted on Facebook at one particular point was the patience that we don't have. All right, the PTSD that we have. All right, the PTSD that we have is because we've seen quarterbacks, we've had decent quarterbacks, we haven't developed them. And so it's just like, well, now let me just move on to the next one. But if you move on to the next one and don't develop them, what's the point? What's the purpose? And that's the issue that I'm having. And the issue now is now you have a guy to develop quarterbacks, and you have who, in my opinion, is a generational talent in Justin Fields. All right, he could be one of the faces of the league. And then you discard him? You discard him? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, King Booker World. I'm not positive, but I wouldn't be surprised they were high on it. Like, oh, he's getting the ball out quick. He's doing this, he's doing that. Like, dude, relax. Relax. He's throwing 5-yard passes. He's throwing hitches. He's throwing curls. He's throwing slants. He's throwing screens. Like, relax. That's why he's not getting sacked. And then when he did go downfield, he got picked off. So it sure was racial. He was getting called. I was getting called all these racial slurs by the Bayesian guys, and the same guys now. I want Caleb now. Yeah. I hear you. And I agree. But more so just that is like you're saying all these things. I want to do right by Justin. I want to do right by Justin. Then give him the shot. Give him the shot to lead this team. Don't say that you want to do right by Justin and then trade him. Because doing right by Justin is letting him finish what he started. All right. He put in a lot of work with a lot of shitty offensive players. Terrible offensive line. No defense. Slowly but surely finally building up the offensive line. Remember, let's not forget this past season, the offensive line that they had slated to start at the beginning of the season didn't play together. Or I should say this. They played together for the first time in like week 9, 10, something like that, 11, somewhere in there. It was the first time they were in their spots on the field starting a game. So it's easy to sit there and say, well, next man up. Okay, I hear you. But there's a reason that you're second team and not first. There's a reason. There's a reason. Okay? Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, they sit there. Well, that's the hyperbole that they're using. All right, that's the hyperbole. They're just saying that because they'll see a bad throw and they'll highlight the bad throws and jump on them. King Booker World, what it is when they say the 16th, you got to combine run and pass. And they were better, definitely better. They had some good runs, a lot of good runs this year. So that helped a lot. That helped a lot. Goodness. So that's where they're getting that 16 from. And you're right. You're right, Cornelius. And it's interesting how to fit the narrative, they're like, well, Justin is this in fourth quarter, this and this and this and this and this. And where's fourth quarter? Do you understand that Justin was behind in fourth quarters almost his entire career? And the wide receiving crew that he had that he's supposed to throw to help him retake the lead was not very good. So you can see both sides of the argument. And then people get mad when you give them legitimate reasons. Well, those are excuses. Okay. I think this year, next year are the situations where RyanPoles really needs to go ham. Get as many draft picks as possible. Because this draft is deep in edge, deep in receiver. All right, we need to get a center. Okay. But if we get a center, whether it's a free agent and a rookie, we got to get a free agent center first and foremost. We got to. Okay, and get a rookie. I don't want to put a rookie at center, but if we have to, okay, we'll take it. We'll take our lumps. And 25 is going to be the season, but as the season goes on, that center is going to get better. But I don't want our playoff hopes derail because we have a rookie center, because we have a rookie center who's having problems adjusting to the speed of the NFL. Which is why I say get a bridge center. And what you do is you rotate them. The rookie center gets, say, the first quarter of the season, the first 4 weeks. He'll get one series in the first half, one series in the second half. Second quarter, he'll rotate a little more. Maybe it'll be 3 series for the game. Third quarter of the season, maybe it's 4 series, 2 and 2, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. And maybe in the fourth quarter, he gets a little more. If the starting center gets hurt, well, guess what? He's thrown in. But he already would have had some experience, and now you just got to step up your game. I don't want to throw a center out there, not with this team. If you're still in the beginning stages of it, yeah. But we're looking to make the playoffs this year, and putting a rookie center in there would really, really hamper that, or could harm that playoff drive. So Barely Simple did his mock. He traded back 3 times. Got picked 7, 27, 34, 35, 36, 38, and 40. Lord have mercy. Neighbors, Powers, Johnson, Jordan Morgan, Darius Robinson, Cooper Beebe, Byron Murphy, and Tyler Newman. That's a nice haul in your mock. That's a heck of a nice haul that you have there. Malik Neighbors, Powers Johnson, Malik Neighbors, a wide receiver from LSU. Oh, wide receiver from LSU. Powers Johnson, the center from Oregon. Jordan Morgan, I don't remember who he's at. Darius Robinson, edge. Cooper Beebe, Byron Murphy, and then Tyler Newman, the safety. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I heard somebody say Williams fumbles didn't matter. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, the left tackle from Arizona. But it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm telling you, for all my sports owners, working on some stuff. And when that news breaks, when they trade the number 1 overall pick, and which will signify Justin staying, I got something. I'm going to unload, or I should say reveal. I'm going to break out. You're going to love it. I talked about being petty. Yeah, I'm going to be very petty. Very, very petty. I make some money doing it. Very petty. But I digress. Um, this person also doesn't know the difference between your, you are, your, and your. Oh my goodness. DC, yes, baby. I like it. I like it. Oh my God. King Book of World, that's hilarious. That bugs me too. Speaking properly and writing properly. Speaking, I get it. You can have some, local neighborhood flavor and style. Okay. But when you write, come on, man. You got to learn how to write properly. That's my biggest pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve when people don't know how to write. And your Valentines and Valentine's. Sorry for your lost. Oh goodness, people are something else. People are something else. But yeah, guys, make sure I have so many things I can't wait to unleash, to roll out for you guys. I promised you we have a lot of good stuff coming for sports owners, and we do. Man, I've been on the phones behind the scenes. I have. I think I mentioned it, and if I didn't, I guess I'm breaking it. But I think I mentioned it. Jules, that's funny. Jules. So we got some swag coming up. We got some Sports Zone Chicago swag coming out. We're working on it. The link should be up shortly. I was trying to get it up last week. I was trying to get the link. Pause. I was trying to get the link ready last week. But always adjusting, always doing this. And so I'll try and get it this week. If not, it'll definitely be up before I go to Arizona, which is next Thursday, the 14th, is when I'll be heading to Arizona. So the link will be up then. We got some pretty cool stuff, really cool stuff. Man, I've been working hard with this. I'm excited. I think you'll love a lot of the gear, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really, really fun to break out some swag. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts. It's soft cotton, so it's not that hard, cheap shit. No, I'll give you quality stuff. No, they're sending me some samples of the t-shirts just so I know exactly the feel of them, which I think is really great. So I should have those any day now, actually. And then we'll go and go with it from there. So there's a lot of good stuff coming from Sports Zone Chicago, man. So make sure you stay plugged in with us. We have a lot. As I said, today at 12:15, we have Second City Sports with Sidney Brown and Lakina McGee. They're going to continue your Chicago sports talk for 2 hours. And then later today, about at 3 o'clock, Nomad and myself, the SuperBack, we'll have our daily Bears talk. It'll be on my personal page. It'll be on Sports Zone Chicago's Roku channel, or it should be on Sports Zone Chicago's YouTube channel. So we'll definitely going to be around. We'll talk all Bears for about an hour. With some guys in the chat are going to be there as well, either on screen or behind the scenes, and we'll talk. Yes, note to self: use the right word, the correct words. Yeah, send it to me. We'll put it up and we'll talk about it. Depending on how much time we got, we only got a little less than 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, a little less than that. Probably like 5 minutes, truth be told. But yeah, so we got that, and we got, don't forget What's Up Cuz, 6 o'clock. So man, 12:15 to 2:15. Okay, and then 6 o'clock we have What's Up Cuz. I'm sorry, 12:15 to 2:15. Second City Sports. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We'll have our daily Bears talk. My show with Nomad. Like I said, we're gonna come up with a name. We'll get it. Damn it, we'll get a name for it soon. That's from 3 to 4. 6 o'clock we have What's Up Cuz from 6 to 8. 7:30 ish probably. So we got a lot. And this show will probably re-aired from 4 to 6, leading into What's Up Cuz. So great stuff here on Sports Zone Chicago. Stay plugged in with us. I'll let you know when we drop the swag. I'll send you a link. The link will be in the bio, but it'll also be on my page. It'll be all over Sports Zone Chicago social media pages. And check out the cool stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff, dude. It's really, really cool. I'm really happy about it. So, I was a teacher, and that's how when my father left a note on the fridge, it was written in broken English, just like he talked. Well, yeah, writing piggyback speech. So if you talk a certain way, you're going to write it the way you talk. So if you're speaking improperly or improper English, you're going to write with improper English. You have to be taught this is proper English. You can speak improper English when you're with your friends or in a local setting, but proper English should be used other places. But I digress. Listen, I do have to go pick up the warden. 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank my guest, Lester Wiltfong Jr., for joining me today, talking Bears. Great stuff today. And he's actually a Justin Fields fan who thinks that they're moving on and going to draft Caleb. Okay, that's cool. I get it. He wants Justin to stay. He wants Justin to do well, which is awesome. All right, but I want to thank Lester Wiltfong Jr. for coming on, joining us today, talking Bears. I want to thank you guys. Most importantly, this chat was super, super, super lit today, and I enjoy all the interaction with yourselves, with me. Just keep up the energy, man. We'll see you Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 9 a.m. to 11 Central Time. You'll see me before then because you'll see me today at 3 o'clock, and you'll also see me tomorrow at 1. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be on at 1 on our Daily Bears podcast. All right? So, before I let you go, listen, make sure you send someone a text today that you haven't seen in a while, just saying, hey, what's up? Just thinking about you. How's the family? Plan to get together soon. Quick text. Okay. Quick text. You'd be surprised how much it means. And if you're out in the Chicagoland area, it looks overcast today. It's still warm or warmer. Probably in the 60s. What has it got? I got 64 degrees. It says here it was 70 something yesterday. So 64 is still a beautiful, beautiful day. Get out there, enjoy it. Spend time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your kids, your parents. Yeah, spend some time out there, get a walk. But you will see me. I got to go pick up the warden, and I got a couple more podcasts. I got to be on the one at 3:30. At 3, I have to produce the one at 6. So I got a busy day. Your boy is busy, but you know what? I'd have it no other way. So again, thank you all. I appreciate the love and the support, sports owners, because without you, we don't have this platform. Without you, we're not talking sports. All right. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Okay. Let me see something. Yeah, I got 5 minutes. So you know what? Barelissimo, I do have a little bit of time. We'll look at we'll look at the mock quickly. I'm downloading it now. Uploading it. Okay, we got it. So that's a nice little mock. Traded back to Washington. Okay. You traded back twice. For New England, Washington, and New England. Okay. Jackson Powers Johnson, I like that. Jordan Morgan, the tackle. Darius Robinson, the edge. Cooper Beebe. And I like the depth of the offensive line. Byron Murphy, the DT. Tyler Nubin. Devontae Walker. Ben Simmons, a nice tight end out of Kansas State. Okay. Peyton Wilson. Braden Fiske. Wow. Yeah, his stock shot up. I don't know if he'll be around. Ray Davis running back. That's a nice mock. That's a nice mock there. Yeah. If we came away with this haul, I'd be happy. Look at all the picks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 picks. I'd be happy as a pick and slop with this haul. Dude, that's a nice mock there, Bradley. That's a nice. Be smooth. All right, Papa. We'll see you. James. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, so you did was 3 trades, like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 7. Okay. Dope. All right, folks. Let me get out of here. You guys have a phenomenal day. All right. It's Monday, man. Turn beast mode on. We're in the third month of the year. How close are you to your goals, man? Let's get to them. Let's get to it. AC Adam, check you later, Papa. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I will see you in a couple hours. All righty then. I'm your boy, the SuperBack. I'm out.